right, everyone. We're joined by Todd Gallagher. He is the creator, producer, and host of Playground Challenge, a new web show you can catch. And Todd, is good to have you here joining us from out west. We appreciate you stopping by.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on.
Let's talk about this show. For people, the synopsis is you're a regular guy. You're doing sports that regular guys would do against real pro athletes, correct?
That's right.
So the first one that I watched, you're taking on former Atlanta Falcon defensive back Brian Jordan, also Major League Baseball player Brian Jordan, and you're taking him on in wiffle ball. You've got him on in a couple other events like dodgeball. First of all, when you see this guy line up against you for the first time, physically, he's huge.
Yeah, I was hoping, he hadn't been in the majors for a year, and I was hoping he had let himself go, and that turned out not to be the case. Because when I spoke with him on the phone, he was, months earlier, he was whining about what terrible condition he was in, and, I thought he was going to show up like a total blob, and he was, I don't know, he was in the best shape of anyone I've ever seen.
So when you see him, do you suddenly change the competition to like 50-yard dash instead of maybe the boxing or something that you might have thought about?
No, unfortunately, we left them the way they were. I mean, we had two set in that we were 99% sure I was going to lose no matter who the competitor was, which was the 50-yard dash and arm wrestling.
So let me ask you, how old a guy are you? Because you look younger than Brian. I hope I'm correct in assuming that.
Yes, I'm 32.
Okay, so still kind of in your prime. I'm a little older. I'm 41. And what was the thought process?
Still in your prime.
Tell my wife that. So what was the thought process behind this? Are you laying around the house going, I know I could beat this guy in wiffle ball?
Well, yes, that has gone on for years. But the real impetus that kicked it off was watching Michael Phelps in the Beijing Olympics and seeing everyone say that this guy's the greatest athlete of all time. And I just couldn't help but think, not only is this guy not the greatest athlete of all time, but I bet I'm a better athlete than he is. And I bet most guys I know are better athletes than he is. And this is something I've thought through the years when you see the media pump up Tiger Woods and Lance Armstrong, and there's a lot of guys out there who I feel get credit for being great athletes, who I feel are worse athletes than just some slob sitting on his couch, i.e. me.
I got to agree. I mean, if I'm Lance Armstrong, I'm not getting the surgery today. I'm out there toughing it out.
That's right. Well, Lance Armstrong, too, he was not a good athlete growing up. He tried out for his high school football team, and he couldn't make it. He's quoted as saying he couldn't really play any sports. So for him, cycling was kind of a default where, okay, let me find something that's a little less competitive. And he did have natural talent for it. But these guys are competing in sports that most good athletes don't play growing up.
Well, I love the concept, and as a guy on the couch as well, and a high school athlete, and a good skier and all, love the ideas behind it. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, where are some of the other games? Like when you're taking on Brian Jordan or a big guy, we used to have a game when I grew up called Kill the Guy with the Ball. Any thought process of adding this?
I think it had a different name then, though, correct?
Yes, it did, but, we're all PC these days.
Smearing the alternative lifestyle person.
Right, exactly.
That was awesome. I love that game. Some of the ones we play in future episodes, we have Foursquare, little Foursquare action.
Wait, I was going to ask you that. You have Foursquare. Are you an East Coast guy?
I am, Pittsburgh.
Okay, I grew
Does that count as East Coast?
Yeah, I grew up in Jersey. Foursquare is definitely East Coast game.
Oh yeah, that's hardcore. I actually I hustled the guy I played in Foursquare a bit, in that I am a Foursquare champion. I won a 200-person event a couple of years ago.
Oh, does that hang up on the mantle? Emmy Award, champion?
No, that's something I try to keep quiet mostly.
Did you guys play? And is there any future considerations for the game Ass? Do you know which one that was?
Is that where you just like the guy puts his ass up against the wall and you just crush stuff at him?
Yeah. Basically, if you get the letters ASS when you drop a tennis ball, everyone on the line gets to whip the tennis ball at that guy in a procession line, basically. I've
played that. I've played that in tennis, where if whoever loses the game has to line up against the back wall and you get to crush serves at him.
Well, you bring up tennis, and while we're talking about all this, one of the best things I've seen is you and Roddick and a frying pan.
Oh, thank you.
That is one of the greatest visuals if people haven't seen it. What was it like for you?
That was really fun. That was my greatest moment today. Was going head to head with Roddick. He's amazing with that pan. I don't know if you know, but the next year or 2 years after I had played him, we set up a challenge where an ESPN contest winner played Roddick in tennis. Roddick used the pan. This guy was like a decent tennis player who played Roddick. He played intramurals in college, and Roddick crushed him.
It was fantastic.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
He's getting really good with. He's just getting really good with the pan.
It was fantastic, and so future episodes you've shot about how many so far, and how many do you plan on trying to get out there?
There are 3 in the can so far, including the Brian Jordan one. I think we're going to take it as far as it can go. Hopefully, we can get Phelps or Lance Armstrong or one of these guys out there.
And you wrote the book, Andy Roddick, Beat Me with the Frying Pan. I want to get that out there for you as well. Where can people find that?
You can go to my website, todd33.com, or just go to Amazon, one or the other.
Excellent. If any word from Phelps, obviously with everything that's gone down, he's probably shied away a little bit. Any feelings that the man with the flipper feet will take you on in something?
I was pushing really hard when I first made the announcement, but that was before he got into all this drug problem stuff. And I felt so bad kind of for him with the whole thing, with the whole witch hunt that went on. I was just like, let's back off this guy for a little.
Well, I look forward to seeing all these, and everyone, you can catch these at ESPN.com. Just dial it up there. It's Todd Gallagher. It's the Playground Challenge. A real pleasure to have you, man. It's a nice concept, and next time I totally want to see you go off on one of these athletes.
Thank you so much.